I feel like most of my life I haven't been choosing my own life. And I feel like I really understood this and realized this last night when I was at a dinner with some friends. Me and my wife were there. She's pregnant. She's 26 weeks pregnant. And a lot of our friends are single. And after dinner, they went out and, went to the club and partied. And my wife and I, we just went home. And I was jealous. I was fantasizing about going out, and I just had a really honest conversation with my wife about it, and we came to the conclusion that, like, really, it's super important to choose your own life. And if you're constantly fantasizing about somebody else's life, you are, in a sense, missing the life that you currently have. And you can do that by comparison of somebody else's life, but you can also do that if you spend too much time in the past or living in the future, thinking about what happened, thinking about what you should have done, thinking about what's going to happen next, thinking about what one day could look like. But technically, if you're always living in the past or the future, you're still not really choosing your own life, because the only moment that you actually have is the present moment. And I think that gets really interesting when you start talking about comparison. And we've all heard the quote, "Comparison is the thief of all joy." And obviously, social media is a comparison machine. And if you really break down what comparison is, and this is what I was thinking about last night, is it's you fantasizing about a life that you don't have. You see someone with a better body than you, a nicer house, more money, a hotter relationship, a better vacation. And for a few seconds, you leave the life that you currently are living and you live in somebody else's life. And the weird thing about comparison, especially with social media, is what you're comparing yourself most of the time isn't even real. You're comparing yourself to someone's tiny little curated clip of someone else's life. And I think guys fall into this trap pretty hard with lust. And let's say you're scrolling on Instagram and you see a girl posting thirst traps or whatever, and you're married or you have a girlfriend or you're talking to someone. And if you sit there and you lust after these women online without shame, right? 'Cause shame makes it worse. But if we just ask ourselves, what are we really doing? What we're really doing is we're choosing a reality that doesn't even exist. You're fantasizing about a woman that you don't know, a relationship that you don't have, a life that isn't yours. And meanwhile, your actual life is just right in front of you. Your wife, your girlfriend, your kids, your friend, your work, your body, the random Tuesday afternoon that you're in right now. And I think that's the part that, really scares me, because if I'm not careful, I could spend my entire life fantasizing about a life that I don't have instead of choosing the one that I do have. And, it's not just lust. That can be money, success, travel, relationships, even the person that you used to be or the person that you think you'll become one day. And you spend your whole life like, I'll be happy when I make more money, when I get in shape, when I quit porn, when I move, when my business takes off. I fall into that one a lot. And then one day you just realize you spent 10 years of your life just waiting to start. And I think choosing your life can be simple if we make it. And when you feel like you're comparing yourself, just stopping and being like, okay, this is my life right now. And am I willing to be here for it? Not the fantasy version, not the life that I was supposed to have by now, but the one that I'm actually in. Because I feel like you can always imagine life to be a little bit better, but at some point you have to stop imagining your life and start participating in your current life. And being where you are, choosing the people who are actually in front of you. I heard this quote. It's like, who's your top 5 favorite people? And it's like the people that I'm with in that moment. And I think doing what is exciting to you is what actually matters today. And realizing the present moment isn't just an obstacle to get through, but I feel like it's when life really begins. Like, this is your life.